Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Fallout 3. Let's continue. So, what was that? Um, Come on, seriously? Just a Talon Merc, like throwing a grenade at me? Alright, well, does the laser gun just do such a small amount of damage now that it's pointless? We may find that very quickly to be the case. I just kind of fast traveled here and paused the game, and I wonder if these blood splatters stay or not. We'll
Hold
check.
it. This area is under the authority of the Brotherhood of Steel. Leave immediately.
Wow. So if you do the main quest here, you're going to bump into the Brotherhood of Steel, whereas for the Survival Wastelands main quest, which isn't really the main quest, the real main quest is following in his footsteps, which has only mentioned the Brotherhood of Steel. And it definitely feels like their style of breadcrumbing or kind of funneling you into the final parts of this game is done pretty badly, where it eventually just straight up forces you into quests or into parts of the story you're not potentially realizing that you're going to get forced into. Um, as stupid as it may be in games for them to say this is the point of no return, I feel like this game has failed to really say that. Um, so, for instance, this response, I can't go anywhere without bumping into you guys. We'll come down. I'm just exploring this
You're
area.
awfully brave to be walking
Hmm.
around down here by yourself. Are you
Hmm.
scavenging the ruins?
I'm searching for records from the library. I use what I can find, the same as anyone. Why should I tell you anything?
It seems that we have similar
Hmm.
goals in mind. It's rare to meet someone who has proper priorities. I am Senior
Hmm.
Scribe Yearling, Order of the Word. I have a proposal for you, if you're interested.
So you get um we it seems like we're gonna get a kind of co-op quest here from her.
I find that to be so with many
Hmm.
wastelanders. It may involve money, if you choose, or there may be other forms of compensation.
Hmm.
But before you receive any reward at all, you will have to be willing to aid me in my task here in this library.
So yeah, it almost seems like um you're supposed to just bump into a lot of Brotherhood of Steel related people, almost like the entire game is supposed to center around it. And it kind of does, but you don't feel that really until the back half of this game.
If nothing else, I admire your commitment to your chosen focus. But to the point.
She's in
My
shadow
task here is
again.
to collect the written works of
I feel
those who
like
came
sometimes I
before,
just launch
in
these
order to
games.
supplement the Brotherhood
Depending on the
archives.
launch, your graphics
Although
will
most of the
change.
pre-war books have been destroyed, there are a few that have survived. But finding a book in the ruins is difficult. So, return here with any pre-war books that you find, and I will reward you for them. With money, because that's what you like.
Let's see. I have pre-war books back at Megaton. Let's see.
You have no such thing. I do not have time for these jokes.
Alright.
We have set up this area as a
We should
forward
just exhaust
operations center
everything
for our
here.
project. The books we collect can be recorded with the computer systems here. We then ship them, under escort, back to the Citadel for transcribing into the archives there. Books represent the collected knowledge of the world before. Everything from a child's storybook to a detailed technical guide has value. By assembling and recording this knowledge, we scribes can analyze it and use it to further the goals of the Brotherhood. Whatever our elder decides that those goals are, that is.
Wait, is there a problem with your elder?
It is not my place to criticize Elder Lyons. All I will say to an outsider is that he is not a traditionalist. That is all.
Seems like nobody likes that he's actually trying to help people. Yeah. If you also had the books, you could potentially broadcast them over the radio and spread knowledge for whatever that would help people.
The front desk computer has access to the card catalogs, but it appears that it's lost the connection to the main archives. Here's the password. Now, you might be
Interesting.
able to find the central computer further in there, but I'm afraid you'll have to do that without me. I'm a scholar, not a fighter.
Okay.
Of course.
So we're going to want to fast travel back this way and turn over pre-war books. It seems like I am free to take these bullets, which I can use.
Nothing to see here, outsider.
And they're just going to make this whole area their hangout spot. So it almost seems like they don't want you to spend too much time here, and they do just want you to kind of rush. I was going to try, by the way, turning down the mouse sensitivity one more and see what that feels like. That is really slow on the controller, but we'll see if somehow I can magically get used to that. It seems like it's moving in way too many increments, too fast of increments. And I have wondered if I should grab the lunchbox. So I could have hacked that instead and gotten some XP. Let's see. New membership. Card printer jammed. Access library archives. Check in books. Warning 201 years. Access card catalog. Okay. So they just wanted you to go this far at minimum and then potentially turn around. Yeah, I don't think that mouse sensitivity works for me. Like, that is way under sensitive. That's way too slow. Even this is fairly slow. Alright. And this feels a lot like the other Brotherhood of Steel things. It kind of feels like there's the mouse sensitivity settings actually kind of adjust themselves. I was half wondering if possibly the game resets things just by unplugging the controller and plugging it back in. Nuka-Cola. We're still collecting a whole bunch of these. We can find some scrap metal. That would be great too. So we may find that there isn't a ton of stuff until we start to get to the next area. Or we may just find that this game has decided to really overcomplicate the layout of this environment by moving us around it through kind of empty back offices. And we're going to keep an eye out definitely for pre-war books. But I suspect we won't start finding any until we get into the deeper section. It's another big book of science. We're not finding as many bobbleheads as you would think we should be. There's I wouldn't be surprised if these are the same Bible verse just blurred out that we saw at the beginning of the game. For all these torn picture frames and paintings, they should have had a few that actually weren't torn, because that does kind of just feel like a tease. We have proper implementation of what I assume are microfiche machines. I don't know how many of the libraries these days would have microfiche machines. There definitely is a lack of backups in general as far as technology. If the internet just suddenly stopped working, not only would a significant amount of the internet's history disappear, but a fairly large amount of the things that have been digitized would probably disappear also. And it sounds like the idea here would be to have the Brotherhood of Steel scribes make multiple copies of books and send them to other archives around, maybe manually even. Which might be the only thing they can really do. Seems like the game has also realized I'm really out of bullets. And so now I'm getting all the 5.56 bullets that I needed to have collected about an hour ago. Filing cabinets. So it seems like we'll be fighting raiders. With possibly some Brotherhood of Steel paladins. Also helping out and working with us. So it definitely feels like as soon as you beat a major part of the game, or get to the end of a major quest, there is a high chance you're going to run into Brotherhood of Steel. And we really just have not seen a good reason to distrust them. Other than this is just Fallout and you shouldn't probably trust anybody. We're going to run into a lot of books. We have some environmental storytelling of someone being encaged. But am I supposed to take from this and finding these cages that the Brotherhood of Steel did this? Like, because I really don't take it from that. This could have been done weeks, months, years ago. You just don't know. And there's really no reason to to blame the Brotherhood of Steel any more than there would be reason to blame the Raiders. It would make a lot more sense that it was the Raiders that were capturing people and enslaving them. I don't even really get the value of the enslaving of people. I'm hearing that ding 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 that indicates a turret is somewhere. Clearly, there's some level of book burning also going on in this world. Because the books themselves wouldn't just start on fire and burn in place without there being more to it. And these barrels would definitely indicate to me that people were burning books for warmth. That would definitely make sense. It probably would have been smarter to say that the rad roaches ate the books. And that there was like termite, well, there was some kind of termite style creatures that would eat books and destroy books, or wasps, bloat flies. Yeah, it definitely would make a lot of sense if you told me bloat flies would eat books and then fly away and use the paper material to make nests for more bloat flies, like wasps do. Paper wasps do exactly that. They make a paper mache style nest out of not eating books per se, although they would, but by eating leaves and turning the fibers of the leaves into a paper mache. Right, so we should go the wrong way, I guess, before we go the right way. So let's go and check out the children's wing. Yeah, I guess you want to be fairly careful here. Otherwise the game is going to punish you. What are these? Just round volleyballs. Round rubber balls of some sort. I don't know why I'm walking around over encumbered when I can either drop things trying to figure out if I'm hearing noises or hearing my stomach growl. Whole bunch of junk. This is like kids' toys and things. So you're supposed to take from that perhaps that these were kids at one time left to their own devices. Talon combat armor. And they grew up as raiders. And that's believable. The system should jump down to the lowest quality thing to use to repair the highest quality thing. But it doesn't do that, so We make some mistakes here and there. Like toy car, teddy bear. We can drop those. Baseball glove. Think I'll have to be fairly careful. Ooh, interesting. Now we have a school desks that can have something in them. Well, we really haven't seen that before. Take the spiked nickels, I guess. And this might be a great place to get a bunch of lunch boxes if I wanted to take a bunch of lunch boxes to make bottle cap mines. I don't know if I really want to do that. You can't deny that the Brotherhood of Steel isn't killing a lot of people, but it's kind of hard to side with the Raiders on that one. At a certain point, all authority, military might, is based somewhat on a fear, and fear of being thrown in jail, fear of being shot, and so until you've either inspired people to stop shooting at you or instilled in them a fear to stop shooting at you, Brotherhood of Steel and any organization like the Brotherhood of Steel would end up reducing the populace quite a bit. I think I may have triggered a booby trap there. Just spikes and hooks right through the chest of people. It feels like it's raiders killing other raiders a lot of times. Anyways.
Hide from me? You're dead.
Yeah, like, because these characters just don't talk to you, because they attack you on sight, because they try and kill you, because they're cussing at you, like, the game is really only giving you that option to not care about them. Some of these torture scenes definitely feel like they are just like straight out of Hellraiser. Too. It's very brutal and oddly gory once again. Like it feels like they intentionally wanted there to be some gory brutalness to the game, but they were afraid of making it too prevalent, or there were different teams that had different feelings there, so you could toggle off all the torture scenes fairly easily if you just said don't render this body, don't render that, this or that. It would, I think that would fix everything. Okay. Power armor helmet, and land armor. All my repair is really doing is taking several different weapons and turning them into potentially one high value weapon. But I'm still running into limiting factors. And Seems like we're gonna get some pre-war books and some maybe other things. Nuka-Colas. Actually a decent amount of Nuka-Colas in this area, but I kinda don't expect find too much else. Empty. Cabinets are empty. Empty, empty, empty. Guns. Empty. Look around. Be fairly certain we know what we're looking for. There's a lobby and then there's a media archive. So how do we get to the media archive? Arlington Library Media Archive. I think is up here, but there's no way to reach up there. There's no ladder or anything. So it feels like that's on the second floor. And there's no way up there. Unless I'm just missing something. Unless there was some kind of secret ladder or secret panel. So we've investigated that whole area. Have we investigated most of this area? I think we want to kind of fast travel. And can we fast travel from here to Megaton? No. But we also don't want to talk to Moira. So...
Why don't you look where you're going? Welcome back. Have you been successful in your search for books?
Let's see.
Excellent. How many are you willing to trade?
Let's take all the books I
Very
have.
well. Here is your reward. Use it well.
It gives
and
us
return with more
XP
books when you can.
and caps. We have a ton of this, so we can come back well rested.
Steel be with you.
Unfortunately, I was hoping she would trade with me and sell things. So let's just do something crazy here. Remind ourselves to come back and pick up this stuff later. Chinese officer sword. That, I think, will have us hold on to a lot of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I think this will work really nicely. We can just put anything that's heavy in this. Is down to 45. Alright, let's just hope that all stays there and doesn't magically disappear. and we can come back and pick that up. Although we will be over encumbered almost certainly when we do come back and pick that up. But we can make a couple trips anyways in that direction, so that won't really matter too much. Like, we'll come back when we're well rested, hand over a ton of books, maybe level up once, I doubt twice. Alright, media archives are this way. So one way goes to the media archives, one way goes to the children's wings. Now I hope we can still do the main quest of downloading everything from the database instead of just doing the card catalog. Seeing a lot of baseball bats here. But I don't think the baseball guys, I don't think the baseballs really hurt me. Yeah, you let these guys die, much like how we did at the very beginning when we were following the instructions of the setup guide walkthrough. If you just let the Brotherhood of Steel Paladins, that are just nameless characters, die, and then take their equipment, you haven't made an enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel, and you get their armor, which arguably by the time you get the heavy armor training and can actually use the armor, you probably will have a decent access to better armor anyways. So the whole thing may really be all for naught. I'm also doing very nicely once again on credits, caps, which tells me the general idea that you'll eventually get down to a point where caps don't matter is true. There is definitely a danger of saying anything about this game, though, because you could say eventually, and eventually can mean maybe 20, 30 hours in, or eventually could mean 100 hours in. Like, eventually may not come for some people. That one, I guess, is already completely depleted. Which that feels like there really wasn't an opportunity there for you to disarm that. Because it triggered before there even was like a stealth option. So that guy didn't die. This guy did. But yeah, I guess you win some and you lose some with that setup. Here we have another pool table. We're seeing more of these now. We're starting to see more flags also. So it may just have been a case that I was sticking to specific areas, and those specific areas weren't full of pool tables. Do we see any other mines? 5 XP for disarming a mine. Let's try to hack this terminal. This slows down the game. We don't need this animation. it would make a lot more sense for there just to be a quick flash of a logo and that's it. We don't need realistic here. All right. Captured, gathered, ban happened, contests. Start with captured. Captured is 4. So gathered is 3. All right, that may not help me as much. So could it be catwalks? Does catwalks and captured have 3 things in common? No. Could it be panicked? No. Involves archives. Archives is 2, right? Intended. Invented and intended. I don't think that's right because the ED and the IN would be the same, but then the T would also be the same. Inspired. Yep. And then you get more of this, which should just be really sped up. Okay. And these are default systems when it's controlling a turret. And I don't even know where the turret is. Let's see. Grab some more pre-war money. Somebody clearly is going to look for pre-war money in the same way that they're going to look for pre-war books, I think. Yeah. There may just be no way around. I mean, it seems like I could get around fairly easily. Maybe he just doesn't have the pathfinding for it. I suspect there might have been a turret in here and he may have just, like, stolen it. It's kind of funny books don't have, I mean, libraries don't have more of a ability to scan books. Although they kind of don't have a need either. It's very rare that there's such a case as saying somebody giving a book that hasn't been in mass production and digitized some other way. Frag grenades. Yeah. Feels like I've just gone full circle in this room and there's not anything much in here. And libraries don't really encourage that either. They probably should. Probably should say, hey, if you're an aspiring writer and you want to be a local author and write a book, we'll look through it, classify it, and put it on our shelves. Just to make sure it's not rambling nonsense or blatantly pornographic, and frankly, even if it was rambling nonsense and blatantly pornographic, you should probably still stick it on the shelf. Just put it on the right shelf in the right location section. Instead, what you get in the United States, as far as anybody who has any aspirations, what did I just step on? To write a novel or a story, is you get a lot of what I assume are just scam companies that will take all ownership of your book to then print it and probably charge you a premium to print a book. Or you can digitally put it on Amazon.com and then Amazon will make some profit off of it, but who knows if anybody ever actually reads that, would read it. Interesting. Am I going? Have I been down this way? I feel like I have. Yeah. So there was 2 paths, and arguably this is why you shouldn't have 2 paths in your design, but if you're going to make a realistic building, there obviously would be multiple paths in the same direction. Let's open this door. Not a turret control system. Let's see. Supposed carpeted versus compared. Okay. 5 out of 8 means there's an O instead of an E. Can't be supplied. Already did carpeted. Can't be supposed. I don't think it can be, at least. Computer. And just have to hit the scanners here. So now it's reconfigured to fire on everyone. Interesting. I can't search that desk. I've been able to search every other desk. And it's getting ridiculous. What I really would have liked, this is one of those things that once again probably should just be a default suggestion as a perk, is if I could have a 6th sense that would show on my radar or tell me it's funny that this turret just doesn't seem to see me. Like if I could have a 6th sense that would tell me when there are caps nearby or when certain things are nearby. Alright. Now it decides to attack me. Meanwhile, I'm getting lasered. Getting crippled over here. Hmm. Hmm. So yeah, no, I don't think I would have gotten any benefit if the turret had decided to attack the enemies instead of me. I don't really see a path there.
Don't kill me.
Hmm. Where is she? Have we convinced the raider to surrender? Hmm. I don't even know what a raider is. Yeah, it just kind of doesn't matter even if you have the lockpicking skill really high. If you play this minigame badly, you will just still end up breaking bobby pins. Hmm. Oops. Well, you definitely can't do that. It shouldn't really let you pick words that aren't words. Reverted, repelled, defeated is probably a good one. Alright. So that wouldn't be repelled. Probably wouldn't be decrepit. Wouldn't be reverted. Wouldn't be resymbol. Arrested. No. Reserves. Perilous? Those words were too close together. Striking is 2. Frequent. Savagery is 3. Can't be ing. Stunners. Got it. Skip this. Disengage lock. Lock was already disengaged. And I feel like I think the raider may very well have just run away when I wasn't looking. And I am kind of looking at this from the perspective of, would we possibly, by taking the sugar bombs to Murphy and creating Superjet, would we possibly start to just see a whole bunch of jet everywhere? Like Superjet everywhere. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Clearly there are still finally took forever to kill him. Yeah, there's Nuka-Cola quantums all over the place. So they're not specifically limited to a few areas. Although it seems like it would be. Let's pretend to... So there we've gotten the optional archives, which I would have thought they would have been a little bit better, a little bit more to it than just that, but whatever. Not every dungeon needs to be huge like the metros. If anything, maybe the metros are just the examples of too big. Let's now see if we can repair our armors. Let's see, do we have anything else to worry about? Not at the moment. Not over encumbered when taking that. Let's check our local locations. We want to exit via the children's wing. And when we blow up these turrets, do they leave a turret body? I guess they don't. Which is fine because I'm not super interested in searching a turret to find maybe some bullets. Nothing else. So this was the way up. And then we can look around and see if there's anything else here. It's arguably way too many skeletons. I guess maybe the indication is that these are cannibals. That might be the case. I kind of felt like that was going to break under me. But it didn't, oddly. So we've got a decent amount of resources here. 3 pre-war books. Yeah. And then let's see. What's the safe way down if apparently we're crippled? Which, no duh. So we have this one mid-tier room that seems like it's just a secret room. There's no door here. There's no way you'd ever be able to access this. And take all that. Then back down this way. Then you would have had to fight your way through all of this. Alright, so now what we'll want to do is see if we can get really lucky and carry everything with us. And then get the well-rested bonus, come back this way.
Good to see you.
Just make sure everything is here. So we should be incredibly over encumbered. Get our repair up to 5. And then power armor, repair 1. Power helmet, repair 1. Bad land armor, can't repair any more of that. Can't repair any more of that. Can repair that and that. So now it's just going to come down to weapons. What this isn't doing, though, is giving you any kind of experience. It's just increasing the value of things. Alright, so we need to get rid of roughly 50 items. I wouldn't be surprised if we started to get rid of things that don't matter. Or just low value items. Like these items here aren't really worth much for the weight. 14. And value for weight honestly is getting down to just like pointless arguments anyways. The fact that your condition also lowers is something to consider because, yeah, you're not like you're not going to be able to just use a knife or a baton as much as you would think you could. Let's see. Weightless eyeglasses. Definitely taking the power armor. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There you go. That's more than enough to then walk out here. And unless they're going to throw something at me, should just be able to fast travel to Megaton.
I wish there were more people like you in the world. I want you to have this. I hope it helps keep you safe. No.
Alright. I think I'm still wearing the repair outfit, which probably doesn't matter. Come over here. Take everything. And we are now back to repairing things again. Submachine gun. Tells me we can sell one of the submachine guns. Brass knuckles versus spiked knuckles. This Chinese officer's sword probably is your best item to keep for a knife. Another minigun. Another missile launcher. I think we probably should just sell things too, if we can. Let's see. Hockey mask. More power armor repair. More power helmet repair. It would be kind of nice if it turned out that power armor made you walk faster or something like that, but I don't think it does. Alright, so weapons. A 10mm pistol, even at high value, is not really worth anything. One of these submachines at high value is still fine. Really don't need the assault rifle. Really don't need the brass knuckles. We'll keep that sword. We'll keep the combat shotgun. We'll keep the frag mines. Do I need to keep the hunting rifle? Probably. Do we need to keep the knife? No. Laser pistol is working fairly well. We'll sell the lead pipe. Keep this, this, and this. Let's get rid of the pull cue. Keep this, 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 that. And so that shotgun is 45. For the sawed-off shotgun. It's that. I think for the weight we can get rid of the sledgehammer. We haven't found any other sniper rifles. We'll hold on to the super sledge. And we'll sell the switchblade. Now, as far as outfits, we're kind of ridiculously holding on to a lot of things for no reason. Radiation suit 30 versus whatever. We'll sell that, and that. Hold on to that. Hold on to that, and that.
It's good to see you.
Now what would I need to make this? Cherry bombs and sensor modules and caps.
Live and well, madam.
Let's see if we have sensor modules. Almost certainly we have cherry bombs.
Well, it's good to see you.
So how many caps do we have right now? $14.99. $14.89. So it just uses like 10 caps. Yeah, and we'd have to work pretty hard to get the other items we would need. Let's see. Alright. Take one baseball out. Take one of those out. I don't know if the fission batteries ever matter. Take a pack of cigarettes out. Pre-war books, we got 20 of them. Tweezers. Okay. Let's see. Add all here. Grab all these out. I don't think I gained any radiation, so I think we're fine there. Right, it's 10 a.m. So what if we were to just go 6 hours, 5 hours? Auto saving. You're now well rested. Okay, so 5 hours is low enough.
Home, madam.
Let's go turn in this quest. And see what kind of XP we get from that. We have some scrap metal we could also give, but it's like literally 1 scrap metal, so it's not a big priority to do that right now. We'll just hold on to it till we have to come back later.
Look at this.
Have we talked to
New
Nathan?
blood.
No.
Tell me, girl, you ever hear of the Enclave? The last remnant of the good old USA they are. Now, I don't know you from Adam, but I got you pegged for a patriot, and any patriot worth her salt is gonna toss her gun in for the Enclave. Any day now, they're gonna roll up here, and then this nightmare will be over for good. But listen to me, Ramble. I'm Nathan. What can I do for you?
So, why do you support the Enclave?
Why? Why? Look around you. This is the good old USA.
So, at some point in the
Sure,
past,
he
it
looks a
was
little
called the
bit different
USA.
these days, but you're still on American soil. And even if you were born in some underground vault, you were born under the United States, which makes you an American. And it's your duty and my duty to support our country and our president, no matter what. Understand?
I'm a little surprised that there isn't more people like this. And here you have another older character. The first time we've seen an older character outside of Rivet City.
Now there's a proud patriot. After all, if they could do us wrong, we wouldn't have elected them in the first place, right? Yes, sir. Trust in the judgment of other people to know what's best for me. It's the American way.
Yeah, that definitely feels like they're making a bit of a statement here, bit of a somewhat political statement.
They're on the radio. They have been for years. President Eden talks about everything they're doing. They got flying robots all around, watching everything so they know what to do when they finally swoop in and clean this place up. You'll see. People think I'm just a crazy old man. Things will be different when the Enclave gets here.
What's funny is that if the Enclave does show up, it feels like more than likely they would just be immediately at war with the Brotherhood of Steel, who we've actually
They're
seen.
the American government, the Eagle, People Comma We the more perfect union.
Interesting
Take care.
dialogue, but once again doesn't start a quest.
Is it there? Are there books? Oh, can I go borrow some?
Alright, speech. Lie we don't want to do. Library's still standing, and I've got the archives right here.
Really? A whole library's worth of data? Right there? Oh, that's great news. So, what did you find? Tell me about it.
So, we could do endurance. Or we could do intelligence again.
I suspect you and I are two of the only people who really appreciate its value. Yes. Oh my goodness. When I'm done with this, I'll have to work on copying all of this information. It could take a while, you know. Oh, but here's a book of mine and some caps for your research. Think of it as pay for a civilization worth of overdue books.
So, I think at this point, if I click on this, we may end the book, and we may not be able to get that Dream Killer perk, but let's see.
Yes, that concludes our exceptional expert endeavor. I have to admit, I was worried it would go over some people's heads, but it should be fine. For all your hard work, I want you to have this mini nuke. I kept meaning to use it to dig a well, but honestly, it just makes me nervous. Now, I just need
Yeah,
to
the
do a
mini
few
nuke,
last tweaks.
nuke is
It'll be
kind
ready
of
to
a
print and
cool
distribute. Thanks for all the help.
idea, but you don't get it. Let's see. Let me guess. You need me to go print and distribute it, right?
So cynical. No, no. I can take care of all that with the few traders I know. What makes you think I'd force you to handle something so dangerous? Now you should just lie back and bask in the praise for helping with the book.
Okay. Let's go with this next dialogue.
Oh my, it's brilliant. Even I'm astounded by my genius. Oh, no, it's more than that. By our genius. I'll share these with the traders, and soon everyone will know about the Wasteland Survival Guide. But now, the very first copy of our book goes to you. It wouldn't nearly be as good without your input. You're the real Wasteland Survival Guru.
So we've been given a survival perk. As a result of your painstaking skill, your survival skills have improved. Yeah. So maybe you get a different perk. Otherwise. Okay.
See ya.
So, let's take a look at this. As far as our stats, we now have this survival perk. 4% bonus to poison resistance and radiation resistance, 6 points to both medicine and science skills. Versus, if I was to load the autosave here. Let's just talk to her and try some different things.
There? Are there books? Oh, can I go borrow some?
If I was to lie here,
Really?
it gives me 22%.
Not even a single tattered paperback? Oh, that's terrible. Just like the Library of Alexandria County. What a loss to the world.
There was a Library of
I
Alexandria,
promised you some pay, didn't I?
not county.
Here's some caps, but it's nothing compared to the wealth of knowledge we've all lost.
Okay.
Don't take too long. The sooner the book's done, the more people we can save with it.
Even in that, we lost karma. So, I think if we click here.
Why, I'm flattered. What would you like to know?
Why are you always working? Why do you really want to write this guide?
Well, it'll help humanity rebuild, right? I mean, who doesn't want to help humanity? Besides, it's bound to work out better than some of my other projects. I mean, with you helping and all, how could it go wrong? Well, a little before you first arrived, one of my experiments had a little accident.
So we can just kind of convince her to stop.
The centaur would think my assistant smelled tasty. But nothing bad like that could happen with this book. It's a great plan, and it'll make up for everything else.
So, I guess then we have to win with this.
Well, I'll just have to prove you wrong then. Now, let's get back to work. Oh, I hadn't really thought about it.
So we're
like
going
that.
down to the negative
I don't
things.
want anyone to get hurt. That's the last thing the guide should do. Well, we're just going to have to make sure it's accurate and useful and great then. You and me. Together, we can research and write a masterpiece. Why,
So, I may have failed
well,
there.
Look around at the world we live in. It may
And
be
I
okay
may
to
not
you,
actually be
but I've
able to
read
get the
about what
Dream
it
Crusher
used to be
perk.
like, and this wasn't it. So we all need something that keeps us going, despite all the terrible
But
things
it does seem
around
like
us.
it's a fairly
For me,
hard.
It's things like this book.
Hmm.
It's not garbage. But don't be fooled. It is junk. It's just junk that's pretty important stuff, you know? Junk can be turned into all sorts of useful things. And sometimes, even something wonderful.
Almost feels like
And
they
junk's
should
all
have
we've got
forced
left
you
after
to
the world
start
blew
this
up.
quest
Everyone's trying to fix it like
when
it
you
was,
started the game
but
instead of
nobody's trying to make
potentially
something
being
that's
able to
better.
just miss this quest.
What? Helping the trade caravans with idiotic chores? Repairing carts and fixing up sick Brahmin? There's got to be something more worthwhile that I can do to help humanity. But that's why I'm getting your help. I know my flaws.
I'm just
And with your help,
really having to
we
take
can
the
make
bottom
something
option, the
great for
negative
the
option.
world. Please? It's just so important for everything.
And I guess you just have to keep
No.
going this way.
No, you're right. I don't. I mean, I've already gotten you hurt a couple times, haven't I? You're right. I can't go on with this book. What if the advice is bad and people get hurt because of it? I deserve to work on the caravans. Please, if you find time out from your own important work, try to stop by the caravans and say hi. I'll see if I can get you a deal.
So this is the lose karma way of finishing it. Something about your presence dampens others' desires to exceed an enemy's chances of getting critical hits is now reduced in half. And you get the same experience
See ya.
either way, but yeah, obviously for the Paragon style I've been playing, like the Dream Crusher skill is not as good, but
Hope you
also
don't mind the smell of Brahmin dung. It's been one of those days.
where you kind of crush her, but it increases.
Since you kept me from wasting my time on that book, I had a chance to refine my repair process a bit.
So now she has a repair skill of 54, which means she can increase and repair things a little bit better.
I get a lot more done now that I'm not working on that book. I guess that's something. And that ought to earn you a discount, huh?
And we can get like a discount. But then you have to listen to her be a sad sap the whole time, so.
See ya.
And I don't want to, like, karma wise, I'd still be very good, but I don't want to play that way. Right. So
Look at
I'm gonna see how fast we can just flick through everything. To talk to him. Let's now finish the book
Is
the
it
right
there?
way.
Are there books? Oh, can I go borrow some? So, what did you find? Tell me about it.
And I guess I'm just increasing like the quality by adding to the
I see.
intelligence. So I'm not gonna change anything.
Yeah.
Let's change something here.
Oh my! It's brilliant. Even I'm astounded by my genius. Oh no, it's more than that. By our genius. I'll share these with the traders, and soon everyone will know about the Wasteland Survival Guide.
Yeah,
But
and
now,
I don't think
the
I could have
very
really
first
gotten any
copy of our
better
book goes to you.
response.
It
And
wouldn't nearly be as good without your input.
maybe
You're the real Wasteland
you
survival
could have
guru.
done an optional thing that I may have missed. But
You got caps for me? Then there ain't no problem.
Yeah, her repair skill now is only at 24. Which is still fine. I might have gotten a slightly different deal on let's see. So that one. Should I sell the assault rifle? Bottle cap mines are worth selling. Knife. Lead pipe, pull cue, sledgehammer, switchblade. There's more potential in a Chinese assault rifle, so I'll sell the assault rifle. Is this my good submachine gun or my bad submachine gun? I don't know. It feels like I have too many weapons for my own good. Sell this, and that. Then start selling some of these other things. I have a bunch of stuff actually I need to go put up. So that, those two, that, and the Wasteland Survival Guide we should hold on to. Do I have like a ridiculous amount of anything to sell? As far as bullets, I don't think so. So then it would just be a question about, do I want to buy a different theme? Let's see. Laser pistol. Probably it's not worth buying. Combat helmet. Probably not worth buying. Stim packs we don't need. Feels like I could probably buy things like a vacuum cleaner, leaf blower, fire hose nozzle. But I kind of don't want to do the crafting stuff either. It would almost make more sense to let me just buy
Good hunting.
the items as I'm crafting something. Let's see.
You got
Okay, specialty items.
do I ever. Don't worry about in fact.
Okay. Things for the house now.
I have all sorts of items and themes for that place that may interest.
I'd like to change my house's theme.
Okay, consider it done. Anything else?
Tell me about your
Some
themes.
people don't like purchase. You can choose from.
So now we'll do the
into
Raider
the
theme.
blooding- Remember, once.
Sounds
Well
good to
then.
me. Empty syringe. Not sure I've found any of those.
Good hunting. Come back soon.
Okay.
God bless the USA and nowhere else.
Going the wrong direction, but whatever. Yeah. Hopefully we don't lose the well-rested bonus. Now in this case, I may very well have changed the theme and eliminated a bunch of stuff in my house.
It's good to see you alive and well, madam.
Now we have a very grotesque environment. Like human flesh. Actually, the aid's not supposed to go there. The miscellaneous things are supposed to go there. Which we don't have anything there. Weapons. At the moment, I think well, we are back to potentially using the Chinese assault rifle. The damage is going to be kind of low. So let's actually give the laser pistol and the combat shotgun. Then just take the mesmatron. So with this environment, you're seeing a lot of bloody corpses, but not things you can really pick up. A sledgehammer. There's a sugar bomb. Theoretically, you might be able to just spend a ridiculous amount of caps by yeah, you could spend a bunch of caps to get more sugar bombs if that's like the only way to get sugar bombs. But yeah, I feel like the raiders should be labeled as cannibals. Would make a lot more sense. And it's totally not worth your effort to medics. Yeah, it's not worth it to pick up things. Man, everything just only activates physics when you interact with it. Yeah, I'm sure you'd love sleeping over a corpse like that. The dog looks the same. Everything else looks the same. And yeah, none of these themes are really thought out anywhere as much as the Skyrim houses are thought out. And I would say the Skyrim houses are actual houses that are different instead of just being themes. Read that. Read that. Read 2 of those. Read that. Yep. Just go ahead and equip that. And equip that. We have some stuff here I feel like we should put away. Why do we have an ink container but not an ink? Put it in the Wasteland Survival Guide. Because clearly that's a special book. Ink container. No value, no weight. Metal spoon. 24 pre-war books. Scrap metal. What that didn't do, by the way, is in any way change or like, didn't give us another quest. That's what I'm trying to say. So we finished one quest and now there's just a lot of reason why you would want to get back to the main quest again. Let's see. Just hope we're still well rested. It'd almost be unfair for the game to take away your well restedness. Come on, girl. Where are you? Where are you, scribe?
Remember my offer, outsider. Cash for pre-war books.
She's just in the shadow.
Welcome back. Have you been successful in your search for books?
Yes.
Excellent. How many are you willing to trade?
Seems like you can go up to 5 if you want to.
Very well. Here is your reward. Use it well and return with more books when you can. Steel be with you.
Alright. So there was basically no quest or anything like otherwise. We know that there is a riverboat landing that is DLC. Let's fast travel to the flooded metro and just see what it is.
Good to see you.
Let's see what's in here. Wow, we potentially missed a lot there. Alright.
What do you need? I can get your fix.
87 for me to potentially sell some really low level, low value guns. Let's take something that I guess has high value and see if we can sell lower value things. There you go. Full equal balance, I guess.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, so it's either get distracted or get back to the main story. One or the other. We don't really have a main reason why we're going to Tenpenny Tower. For the main story, I don't think really have much of a main reason to do the Paradise Fall stuff yet. As far as actual quest, we're still doing the Galaxy News Radio stuff. Aiding the Outcast, I think, might be also DLC. If they're not, then who knows? Stealing Independence. Yep. We are just kind of bending over backwards. As far as trying to find an excuse to do anything. And this is kind of a great example where real achievements in the Game of the Year version, which I feel like the Game of the Year version just kind of got rid of the achievements, would have been appreciated. If there was an achievement or a quest, honestly, it'd be better if it was a quest, to tell me to go to every single metro, or if you told me specifically that every single metro station has not even a book, it would have to be a bobblehead, I would think. At minimum, a bobblehead. Let's see, what's my chance of hitting this guy in the face? Oh, good. That's an interesting experiment. Certainly to be able to fire through a gated off section. I suppose, in a nutshell though, you've never been penalized for being proactive. Going through an area and just killing everything maybe means if you get a quest later, you'll walk through the area and it will be empty. And that's only happened once. But also, that probably is a statement on how few quests we've actually started or even tried to do. We no longer will be finding that many reward books, but we'll definitely want to hold on to those and scrap metal, at least until we hit a point where we no longer need XP, which that'll be a while. Alright, well, I think what I'll do is make a safety save, and while now is not particularly the best time, I think I'll take a break, and I'll be right back. I'll just pause the video, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Took a longer break than I thought I would. I thought I'd take maybe a 10 or 20 minute break. Ended up taking about an hour and a half break. Probably won't change too much. Jeez. Feels like I could jump down that hole if I wanted to. And then we've got another path this way. Downward. Interesting. So, as far as a flooded location, we may just be going down, down, down. And it seems like it is probably just going to be mirelurks all the way around. There's more mirelurks this way. So I'm wondering if I missed a section here, or if this opens to a whole nother area. Let's see. May have just missed a section. Take the railway spikes. Have a different cabinet there. Ooh, this is really infuriating. If you've been able to have a 3D model of a cabinet like this whole time, why in the world have we been looking at these lockers over and over again? And the lockers are basically the same texture as the drawers. Also, like, make a couple different more skins and textures. Make it look a little bit better. Make it look different. Oh, this was the one I shot through the wall. Okay, good to know. We know we didn't mess up there. And the shelves here, by the way, same texture once again of the cabinets and the drawers. It's just like all the same over and over again. They're trying to save memory like crazy. Is this? Right. In a funny way, this so far doesn't feel particularly flooded for a metro station. Doesn't even really feel much like a metro station. Should I try and seek out stealth kills for more XP? It kind of feels like you're once again in that catch-22 where, yes, if you were in stealth and not discovered, and then you were able to target something and really shoot it and kill it. 2% chance of face. Let's not even bother with that. That might get you some more XP doing a stealth kill, which particularly when at the beginning of a game when XP would be really appreciated even more than it is now. But then your stealth ability and your how high your sneak settings would be probably pretty low. Unless you just there was some kind of mode where you could start the game and you could have your sneak at the maximum. And I think that's what keeps happening for these Bethesda games, is that really, when you pick your character class, it should probably just start some things at full 100 and just, like, if you want to play this game as a thief, you shouldn't be really hindered at that. Well, I would argue that really right now, I started this game from the concept of having a lot in repair and a lot in lockpicking. But nothing was really as high as it could have been. And if I was going to just not use some kind of console command, which maybe such a console command does exist, or cheat in some way with a mod, I don't see a scenario where I could have said I want to be a stealth thief and start with like 100% sneak. And really, I'm arguing numbers here. I want the effects of having 100% sneak right at the start of a level, but I wouldn't be upset with then it being able to double the amounts of the effects and go up to like a theoretical 200%. We'll take one soft shell thing. I'll take a hatchling one. There could be a third type of meat here. Here you can see the soft-shell murloc meat is way more valuable than the regular murloc meat. I guess in a lot of ways, I'm still looking at this game and feeling like this game is a lot shorter than it probably really is. And once I finally get over that and just realize that there's probably 100+ hours still left in this game, at that point, the fact that my skills won't be at the highest settings for a long time yet is not going to be as big of an issue. In a lot of ways, I just feel like the concept is kind of corrupted. Like, you have these skills that are affecting actual play style and skills when they really shouldn't be. It should be more of a case of if I can put a cursor on somebody's face and pull a trigger, it probably should hit that person always. And most games that is the case, or at least the percentage in the chance hits. The chances of missing are very low. See. Let's get the other guy. I can't even cycle to the other guy. We are getting XP, so this is hardly a waste of time. But I would say the crouching down and hiding is probably a waste of time. It's just going to be another speed bump in a game full of speed bumps. Alright. Have to run away from the guy just to get close enough. Far enough away to aim. Okay, up or down? Let's see what's down first. I imagine there probably is a system that you should develop when playing any RPG game. If you're going to go up or down. Here you can see we're getting irradiated very quickly here. Is there something in this water? That's my question. Real quick. It'd practically have to be a bobblehead. Okay. Rat away. Rat away. Still am at like 100 rads. Though. There's a door here too. So I kind of expect this to be mostly an empty way up. If not, it might be another way to exit the wasteland and enter like an entirely different area. Which that is probably the best thing I could hope for, is that we'll find an exit to the wasteland and it'll be some new location. Yep. Well, this looks like this is going somewhere, so... I have wondered if maybe the reason we're seeing gun cabinets all of a sudden is that we have leveled up and there's some kind of weird, like, procedural generation of whether a shelf is a shelf or is a falling drawer or gun cabinet. I have a hard time believing that, though. And if that is the case, then that almost certainly would happen as we were loading in an area, which would mean if I walked into areas like this prematurely, because I was just wandering around, then I may have shortchanged myself somewhat. Let's go and see where this goes. The internal map really is just all over the place. How could a Mylurk place a mine? I just drank radioactive water on accident. I feel like there is a real experiment here happening that is kind of smart to show areas that you can eventually reach later where in previous instances where you're really given a shocker, a named weapon. Yeah, so that makes me think that there's very possibly a quest that would have sent me this way at some point to have a special named weapon called the Shocker. I guess in honor of the rock and roll hand gesture. What is down here? Anything of value? Like as soon as you get under the water, you can see clearly. Okay. You definitely see from a lot of games from this time era ridiculous joke weapons. I think that is in part the legacy of the Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, Half-Life Episode 1, Episode 2, whatever, games, is that Valve definitely tried to make silly guns and physics-based guns, and people saw that as a cool idea and copied it, maybe, instead of more focusing on just a better experience or more consistent experience overall. What is our items, by the way? Like, we really don't have too much that we could even repair. Oh, we could have come over here and repaired pistols, repaired submachine guns, combat shotguns. Of course, we don't have that much because we don't have anything. So 20 damage for the shocker. Be interesting to try it, but yeah, we'll equip it. Let's, before we equip it though, put our combat armor back on. So next Mirelurk we see, we'll try the shocker on it and see if it really is electrified or if it is just going to be a impact punch. And I'm half expecting that we might just run into raiders instead, or just run out of... So we've discovered the Mason District South. Look at the map. We are here, which I feel like we had already been here. But maybe we just had not walked close enough. Alright, so you... Red Roach. Stomps with a Red Roach attack. Punches. It's not like you're gonna get any experience, so there almost is an argument towards trying a weapon like that. Just using a weapon like that. Of course, you could also just like equip a gun like this if you're just going to shoot rad roaches. There's a connection here that I think shouldn't really exist in games. In that there are cool skins of the guns, and then there are stats based on the guns. And even Borderlands kind of fails on that aspect. Where you are not really in that overlap. And I'm stuttering here. Yeah, let's fast travel to Megaton. Like we got distracted. We checked out the flooded metro. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of super mutants in this city. We lost our well-rested bonus. As far as items are concerned, I guess we'll upgrade everything, repair everything, and sell everything. Which there is totally a better way that this can happen. Absolutely. If we just were able to mark things as vendor trash. Things to sell when we walk to a salesman. Let's see. That would be your main solution. Alright. Could the Power Fist repair the Shocker? Yes. Power Fist does 17 damage, though. 20 scope magnums should be sold. The Shocker does way less. Okay. .32 pistol, 10mm pistol. Keep that. Chinese pistol we can sell. Keep the combat shotgun, flamer, frag grenades, frag mines. Hunting rifle, I think we'll still hold on to. Laser pistol until we can get something better. Laser rifle until we can get something better. Lead pipe we can sell. Hold on to the minigun. Hold on to both missile launchers. Power fister. Hold on to that one. Sniper rifle, yes. Super sledge, yes. Shocker, yes. And then armor stuff. We're really holding on to a lot of stuff here for no good reason. It's like Badland armor, we could sell all that too. Let's see. So let's just also give all the miscellaneous stuff. Okay. Add all of our Nuka-Colas. Grab our Nuka-Colas. Remove all of our radiation. That is definitely something we want to do. Apparently I need to sleep. It is 5 a.m. so if we just wait 5 hours, we'll get the well-rested bonus, and it'll be 10 a.m. at that point. So back we go. Sure would make a lot of sense if Moira was closer. It's just too much walking. You could also certainly just have us fast travel directly into her shop.
Yeah, what is it?
That would work too.
Well,
We're getting 6 XP now.
well, back to work.
Hey, don't mind the smoke. It's perfectly safe to breathe. Really.
And this is like the first prompt we've had where
You got cats
we
for
haven't
me?
had to
Then there ain't no problem.
deal with the elements. Shady how. Let's see.
Of course.
I'd like to change my house's
Okay,
theme.
consider it done. Anything else?
Tell me
Some
about your
people don't like
themes.
living in a boring old house. Purchase a theme from me, and you can choose from the Vault, Raider, Wasteland Explorer, Science, Love Machine, or pre-war themes.
Wasteland Explorer
Longing for the great outdoors,
probably won't
are
be too
we?
different.
Remember, once you buy it, well then, let's make a deal.
Okay. Notice that her number of caps seem to have been increasing more and more. Settler outfit, probably don't need to buy that. Spatula, shotgun shells, metal armor. Might be something to consider. Combat armor for more repair. Might be something to think about. All this ammo. All this ammo. We may get down to the point where we should just be wasting a lot of currency on ammo in particular. How many stim packs do I have? I have plenty. Didn't put away. As much as I should have. Oops. Not the nuclear quantum. Okay. Now let's get back to weapons. We have one good rifle, one bad. Sell that one, 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 sell that, sell that, and that. I'm gonna risk it and sell that one too. Two combat armors. Can sell that, that, and that. Then I think we can sell probably about 20 of these, and we're fine.
Good hunting. Come back soon.
I got my...
So we're spending a lot of currency, certainly changing to the different house layouts for not really a good reason. Somebody's just humming a tune. That's Nathan. We've already talked to him. I wouldn't be surprised if he is actually an Enclave spy. So you've got a table now, which, yeah, that doesn't work, because that's in the way. Still didn't find any bobbleheads. We have more skulls. Can take a hunting rifle. Sledgehammer, might as well. Seems like really there's not too much of a difference between the different layouts. That. That. In here,
See you alive and well.
you have a motorcycle.
Well, it's good to see you anyway.
So if you really wanted just like one of every junk thing, seems like it's fairly easy to make that happen. But they're only going to give you fairly low quality items. A lot of glasses, a lot of things that just don't matter. Some more sugar bombs. We'll take that. And so I guess this is fairly generic layout for Wasteland Explorer. This table taking up the main focus. Alright, well, now, we need to move the story forward, I think. Like, either Stealing Independence or Galaxy News Radio. I don't think there's any other argument to do much of anything else. The only thing I could think of doing is fast traveling to River City specifically and trying to talk to some more people. Otherwise, what we're going to start doing is just wandering around. And what I'm thinking could happen here is if we take the skill that is like a level 30 that shows everything on the map, then we could walk to everything fairly easily at that point and just check it out to see if that does anything for us. But it almost feels like you should, when you hit level 30, just be given quests or given a indication of where quests are. But yeah. Anacostia Crossing is where we're going. Items. Let's see. Repair this one a little bit better. Equip this one. I should not be holding on to a sledgehammer. So we'll just drop it now. Same with the rifle. And heck, same with the pistols. Let's just save ourselves. Dock off. Oh, shoot this guy. And then shoot this guy a couple times. Just wait here. We still have no idea who this town company is. Like, we have not found them to be connected, like, specifically to the Brotherhood of Steel or the Enclave. Like, if you told me they were, like, local mercenaries hired by the Enclave, that would probably be nicer. And at that point, we can take our best weapon and repair it even better. So it does like 40 damage. And then our combat armor is at 22 here versus 21 there. So I think combat armor is better. Wish there was a way it would tell you your default, like the maximum combat armor you could have. Then yeah, holding onto a sledgehammer or a hunting rifle or pistol is not worth it. It is probably worth it, however, to use a stim pack or two. If they're going to have people attack me like the town company mercs, which I almost wonder if they would attack you if you had really low karma also, and they would be just like hired to kill you because you're a bad guy at that point. I question, like, yeah, I bet they would still just attack you. I think what they should do, however, is you have a little breadcrumbing of these cans, is they should have spawned in those characters a lot further away and have them run towards you, just like on the edge of the periphery. And that was another great example there of where a system, if I could just hold down the A button and pick up everything in this area, even if it like lowered my defenses and even let somebody get a cheap shot on me or hurt my health or stamina at some level. We're back to raiders. It's pretty much, if you see a raider, you're on the right path. There we go, level up. Well, we won't do the full level up thing until the whole room is empty. That was kind of a cool animation. We're still getting a decent amount of XP. Alright. Lockpick could go up to 98, and I kind of wouldn't care. I guess at a certain point you would just sell books, if that was the case. Speech really doesn't matter that much. Repair going up would be nice. I think we go to that. And then that. Do you leave it at that? Yeah, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, if you wanted to play this as a run and gun game, you'd need a mod or something just to turn up your small guns to maximum without losing so many other options, plus big guns and energy weapons probably also. Do I need my explosives level any higher? I question that. So do I want to repair more things? Do I want my medicine to do more things for me? Or do I want my speech to be higher? Can't really do too much with speech. I could get guns up to 80. I could get speech up to 30. Repair up to 66%. Or is there possibly a reason to get energy weapons up to 30? I don't think there is. I think we try to get everything up to 90 as far as the first 3, and then we're going to start having to think about like putting everything else into repair. Actually, I think I already have the science bobblehead. Don't I? Or the medicine bobblehead. So I need to check that, because if that's the case, whether I have the science or the medicine bobblehead, that means I can just put it up to 100 and be happy with that. But yeah, I think this works nicely. Alright. So we could do 25% additional damage to any robot. But even better, sneaking up on hostile robot, undetected evading and activate will put it into a permanent shutdown state. Nope. 300 hit points. Nope. 20% health bonus when stim packs. Nope. Cannibal. Night person, nerd rage, mysterious stranger. I feel like the real move here is to go with bloody mess. 5% extra damage. Yeah. Some of these skill perks definitely are so unique that I could see a lot of people not wanting that. So it would either be Bloody Mess or Mysterious Stranger. I think we go with Bloody Mess. Full on just 5% perk. And I kind of assume, since I leveled up there, that there is nobody else in the nearby areas. And we'll check for Nuka-Colas in the machines, and I think somewhat assume that there aren't Nuka-Colas on the floor. So there's a path that way. We had one fall over here. Let's see, beer, buff out. More Nuka-Colas. Menthols. Are they using the paint guns as a needle? Almost feels like they are, as a way of injecting drugs. Although it seems like all the drugs would just have self-injectors on them. Alright. Let's run around, keep on looking. A lot of garbage. I feel like this is usually a mistake when you're making the floor incredibly uneven. Does the local map in a general know which way that I'm supposed to go? Seems like it. Seems like the wrong way is this way, so we'll take the wrong way first and then the right way second. And see if this is a tunnel that connects. Milk bottles. Yeah, I'd have to expect that at some future Fallout game or some past Fallout game, you would have done more with the Brahmin, milk them and sell the milk. That's kind of like a very basic quest you would kind of expect, or it at least would give more of a reason for them to exist in the world, where they really don't have a lot of reason to exist right now. I think because we are getting the lockpicking and science at the maximum, the next thing would be speech checks as far as looking for XP. So we probably would want to just dump everything into speech. Which, yeah. Guess that would make some sense. This ambient noise pops in and out like way too much. But if we're at 100% hacking and if we're at 100% lockpicking, which we're still short on bobby pins as far as lockpicking, then I don't think there's much more we can do for XP. We're gonna have to just find areas and grind. And we've been making an assumption, or I've been making an assumption here, that 30 will come easy with all the DLC. It would be kind of a nightmare if it turns out that we did everything and visited every location and it still didn't give us enough XP to Oddly, the bloody mess just has more blood spew, but the decapitation element is still totally the same. Did I really need to shoot the guy when his head had already been blown off? These tunnels feel like they never go anywhere. They're always collapsed in. So they kind of don't make any sense that they even exist. Save yourself on the polygons and just don't ever draw those in. It's like they have one template of how these mid intersections of metro areas interconnect, and that template includes the tunnel. Alright. Museum Station. We've been seemingly everywhere. Which quest are we on, by the way? Might be easier to know where we're going if we tell the game where we're going. Alright. Yeah, it wants me to go to the mall this direction, which, yeah, we've already visited that, so we'll just make a mad dash that way. Mall outpost. I think I can kind of fairly and safely just run in that direction. I imagine stealing independence also. We could test this if we set the quest to stealing independence. In that case, it wants me to actually go somewhere else. Alright, well, main quest. Spent way too much time avoiding the main quest. All of these things will be pretty much empty. They don't refill. Or if they do refill, they refill after what can only be described as a ridiculously long amount of time in game. It would make so much more sense to have a Skyrim style game like this. Let's switch weapons to this one. And we can go ahead and just use the stim pack now. Wow. It's really unfair to just have super mutants pile up like this. Super sledge. Super sledge. We're gonna be very quickly over encumbered here. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Did I somehow draw a bunch of super mutants in this area, or did the game just accidentally spawn a bunch of super mutants in this area? I wish the super mutants looked a bit more naked when you killed them too, because it's kind of hard to tell. Yep. I feel like the museum was right there. We definitely came in this area before and had cleared out the area, so I guess the super mutants did somewhat respawn. Right. Let's quickly see if we can repair our stuff better. Assault rifles. I feel like we are getting to the point where if there is something that we can't repair, it's probably because it's a very high level item. Because a lot of these low level items, or even my combat armor, I'm getting it to like 90%. And it would make a lot more sense and be nicer, certainly, if I kind of knew what the repair 61 meant. Yeah, lockpick is at 92 right now, which arguably might mean that I didn't need the extra 2 points. Science is at an even 90. But whatever is giving me those extra 2 points is probably also something that would disappear fairly quickly. Right. Local map. It's telling me to go to the Museum of Technology. Apparently there's also some bunkers we should consider looking at. But we do run a risk of potentially yep. I thought maybe something different would happen there, but nope. Well, I guess this was a great point. So that might be some hint to a special weapon that we could find, but if it is, I bet I'm not going to bother to find it. I'm going to become overburdened very quickly. And yeah, it seems like there's almost going to be a potential achievement that would have been around activating all of these. But since there aren't achievements in the Steam version of the Game of the Year version of the game, it probably doesn't matter. And I bet it probably wouldn't have mattered anyways. Like it may have not done anything. There is the complaint, certainly, where gamers say the story sucks in a game because they're just always skipping the dialogue. And I try to avoid falling into cliches like that, so I won't say the story sucks. I will say, like mini games, particularly of this time, and Bethesda games in particular, there is a real desire to make you read instead of voice acting, and I'm very glad that we have gotten away from that default concept in games. It still happens a lot in like JRPGs, though, that there's why is it telling me times? Oh, I guess that's what's playing during the planetarium. And it's also a Gigantamax theater. Let's see. So this guy's left some loot. Okay, so we're looking now for a museum note. This is the shocker glove. Which apparently was a prototype. Apparently some kind of virus in the terminal. Yeah, each of these things are supposed to like tell you about something, but obviously in a more modern game, reading this stuff would mark more places on your local map to find items. This is a big cave-in. Stealth boy, we'll take it. You get these creaky sound effects, but it really doesn't mean anything to me. Like, we know we will find enemies when we hear the enemies making sounds, and all the other ambient noise is unimportant. These bathrooms look a little bit brighter lit and a little bit cleaner, but still are destroyed completely. Clearly, what I would do here, and maybe at the time I wouldn't have thought of this if I was working on Fallout 3 when Fallout 3 was being developed on. Frankly, I probably would have been too young to be taken seriously. But I would want a very sharp contrast in visuals. So you would get to... Do I have a mutilated skull? I'll take one mutilated skull. Like you would get to some areas on the outside and it would be drastically different than getting to other areas. Turrets? How would I have been able to sneak to these turrets or even know they exist? Yeah, that's another problem with the idea. If you wanted to be a thief and sneak around, is that you would need to get some kind of special ability that just tells you where things are on the map. Repairing, precision, considers something, releasing something is eliminates all the INGs. Precision. Wow. If only one matches here, I'd have to assume it's the E. So it can't be considered then. Yeah, being told that only one thing matches is actually very helpful. It can't be anything ING. So it basically has to be questions. Target data cleared, exercise caution. Activate turret system. I have no idea what that just shot at. Yeah, it definitely feels like they took it upon themselves to say, well, this is a museum, therefore we can put in a lot more terminals and a lot more text. BioShock did this so much better. I know BioShock came out after this, but they really took the idea of just picking up a recording and running and gunning while listening to a recording playing to save people time, save people frustration, save people from losing their minds, having to pause the real gameplay in favor of... Where's this turret? Well, this is irritating. Yeah, it really does not make any sense. Like, how was I supposed to get these two super mutants, get past them, sneak around? They say this is the flag from the USS Eben Atoll in 2066. So this is a future United States flag. This is overlooked inventors, which seems to be probably people that worked on the game. Right, nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. Which way do we want to go? Do we want to go straight forward or do we want to go to the side? Straightforward would probably imply more of a side quest. Stealth boys. We can grab a couple more stealth boys. A lot of closed off sections. Halls of Today. So there is only one direction to go then. It is straight this direction.
Vault-Tec welcomes you to our new line of subterranean vaults featuring our patented Triple S technology.
So I suppose this is supposed to be, hey, this is what a Vault-Tec.
Vault-Tec's convergence of the three most important parts of apocalyptic endurance: safety,
It's kind of quiet.
reliability, and sanitation.
So this may have been a vertical slice or a tech demo they made at one point. Like, it would make a lot of sense to walk through a museum and have them talk about a Vault-Tec. Vault.
Knowing that our impenetrable vault doors can withstand a direct hit by an atomic bomb.
Man, is that quiet. I can't lift this. What's funny is the doors didn't open automatically.
Underground, country down. Smile. Our Simu-Sun lighting mimics the feeling of being outside, with only a fraction of the sunburn potential.
Yeah. I don't know what I would even turn up to make the audio sound better. Here you can see a lot of blood that clearly isn't supposed to be here, and then a lot of metal wall plates that I think are clearly supposed to be doors. This would be kind of a cool point to have the player develop some PTSD or see ghosts or something, have a mental breakdown.
Moms will love how our Culinator 3000 kitchen system makes cooking a breeze. I can smell the muffins baking now.
So was there another one over here?
The living sections make use of our revolutionary floor suck auto cleaner system for those darned messy kids. Never sweep again.
Let's see. Settings, audio, voice. Probably just be radio if I was to guess. We could turn the radio up, actually. Since the only time we're using the radio anyways, it's we're actively listening to it.
Or don't be. Step into our Entertainatron room and watch the latest holotapes, or perhaps listen to a symphony. Another Vault-Tec innovation.
I feel like some people probably would complain about the ridiculous amount of rust on metal, but metal does rust very quickly. If anything, there's probably a bigger room for complaining about. So it wasn't radio. So we'll just turn that back down. 1, 2. See if it's voice.
Our Eye on You cameras enable the vault's leader to watch your every move. You'll never be alone again.
What's funny,
Likely event arise that the planet is laid to waste. You'll feel will be safe in a vault-tech vault.
is this may have been how your father found out about the Vault-Tex, but
We hope you've enjoyed
I don't think too many people
any further questions.
really didn't know about the vaults.
Vault-tech guides.
It's not like they're a secret. Some of them might be secrets, certainly, but not all of them. And we've gone full circle now to the West Wing. And Bioshock definitely did almost the exact same thing. Where you're going through a museum. Bioshock 1 or Bioshock 2 did. Feel like I'm gonna find all the codes here. And not know. Alright, we failed. Well, I don't think it would have been worth it. I don't even know what the point of that was, to just have me pick a number to get some loot. It seems like the guy is intentionally trying to create a system where I'll have to use your breadcrumbs all over the info terminals in this place, and their computer security was a joke. Complete the sequence and you're home free, but making mistakes in the system will lock you out. We'll meet up at the usual spot later. Like, I'm not really seeing breadcrumbs, but also I don't want to have to potentially find a terminal like this and then go through all of this. And there's just too much of this, yeah. I'm just not willing to spend the energy trying to figure that out. We're actually here on a very, like, minimal main story quest, so it's kind of ridiculous that they would hide it behind some other stuff. There you can see. Super Mutant Brute. I wasn't really expecting to take on 3 of them at a time. So If I could have... Section, propeller section. So this just like lights areas? I don't feel like lighting areas is specifically useful. I mean, it's nice. Spacesuit missing. So many things missing. Yeah, I just don't know. It feels like I just don't have time to care or deal with this area. Well, 12 flag. That would have been a whole nother sequence. So my eyes are just not turning up to look at any of this stuff. Instead, I'm just trying to run through everything. Take the Nuka-Cola. I swear it feels like sometimes when you lockpick some of these things, it forces you to break it forces you to break a pick first before you can do anything else. Is there anything else? Hot plate. I don't think we have one of those. Back down we go. It is really just too much. Too big of an area. Too many super mutants. And if this is supposed to be the main story quest, then I can't help but feel like some large percentage of players would have reached this section and said no way and just rage quit. Or they would have tried to run around and level up. Unless there's a scenario where you would have gotten into this quest a lot earlier and these super brutes just wouldn't have been here. Which is possible, but I don't really believe that's the case. Yeah. We've got a lot of places we're going to have to go in and investigate some more of. Not finding any pre-war books. Virgo 2 launch. I don't think that's right. Alright, we got the dish. If I go this way, it looks like that. It's going to curve one way. investigate this direction. There's still more things to look at, obviously. Alright, so that just curves back that way nicely. So there may not be as much to this as it seemed. But boy, am I exhausted with this location and just Fallout in general. So it does just feel like they give you too much, more than you really can chew on. Have we been here? Nope. Let's go and just skip things. Converted, conceived, conducted. Completes. Let's go with converted. Sure, first one. Again, that feels like that should be something that your luck would affect things. But my luck is at the maximum and I just don't feel like that's the case. So, without reconverting its targeting parameters, what will it target? Alright, let's go in. We need the security office key to open that. We don't have it. Continued. Committee. Man, maybe my luck is working well for me. Security bulletin here. Find info terminals. That's all it says. Museum gun locker. All museum security personnel move to the new gun locker in the planetarium research office. Interesting. So it does definitely feel like the game is still trying to get me to play around with those sequences, and maybe that reset the sequences, but I would basically have to look up the answer. Guess this gives us some XP, but we're quickly running out of even XP gain from that. So if it really does start becoming like that, then we'll just not bother to activate the turrets. Alright, so we have a planetarium, which we can activate. Stop show in progress. See, this might very well be like a comment on or a reference to Elder Scrolls. When all is said and done, I'm still only gonna get I'm only gonna have to use like one stim pack. Seems like there's basically nothing here. So unless there's a secret message recorded here. Show stopped. Seems like it just turns the lights off in the room.
To understand why man is so interested in this unknown expanse of space around our little world, must take
So unless there was something else to this. I think we've read all of these. Bottle caps. At this point. Like, yes, we still need a few because we're wasting a few, but if we were being frugal in any way whatsoever, it wouldn't be an issue. Lifted. Guess my well rested probably wore off. Error could not locate door to unlock. Hmm. 13 bobby pins. I have no idea what I should be searching. Even 4 more bobby pins. Let's come over here. Put on this. See if we got anything we can repair. Don't think we can. Repair all of this. Repair that. Repair that. Think some of these I probably could just drop also. If we're really gonna be honest, just drop this, drop this, drop that. These Chinese pistols I don't think are worth holding on to any more than the 10mm pistols, although arguably maybe I should be holding on to the Chinese pistols and dropping the 10mm pistols. Alright. So unless there was a case where you had to stop the show in progress and then that maybe opened some kind of like secret passage over here. Could not locate door to unlock. So unless it was like this door or this door, I'm confused. You have a little bit of glowing there. Apparently all kinds of space facts. Which at this point they seem to be just joking with the ridiculous amount of text here. It is weird because there's actually a shockingly small amount of writing you do to make a movie or a TV episode. It is weird that video game writers seem to just go way too extreme with the amount of content they write and overwrite. I think some of that is a desire to keep them employed when it takes a lot longer to program a game than it does to write the general story. So if you want to keep the writer working for that full time, you've got to have them write more backstory and more lore. I think a lot of that also probably just should end up in the game's Bible is what they would call it, for canon reasons, but not actually end up in the game. Well, we found the planetarium. Found the gun locker. This is locked out. There was more of a treasure trove or thing that was supposed to unlock. Yep. I think we can just drop it down here. Yeah, I'm not really being particularly fair to this game by saying I'm tired of the museum when really there was barely anything to the museum. It was 2 areas. But I really am. Speaking of being tired, okay. The quest now is to find the Washington Monument. I mean, what do you mean find the Washington Monument? It's right there. Or over there. So they want me to go that way. And I guess maybe you're putting the item there. Is there a way to zoom in here? For the stealing the independence part? They would want me to go back this way to do stealing independence. Which... maybe we'll just find the independence in the Washington Monument. That would make sense. The rest of these quests, I think, are side quests, and we've done considerably few quests overall. Still glitchy. I wonder if that glitchiness will stop once we fix things. There's a bunker here, so we should check out the bunker and just see what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if it is a fairly small area, and it might very well just be a connection of bunkers like metros, but shorter, that go down to the Washington Monument. I wouldn't be surprised if we also fight something like a boss, one of those super mutants, those giant super mutants. We are overburdened, so arguably we should just sell things again and fast travel back here. Yeah, we should definitely do that. There's the National Archives. We should go there next. Where is Megaton? Here we go. Fast travel to Megaton. And I know we're going long.
All of us here thank you for it. Certainly.
Let's see. Which one do I have? I have medicine and I have strength. And I have intelligence. So I should put the medicine, definitely get the medicine up to 100, which is not what I've been doing. So I should leave everything else at 90, which kind of sucks. Lockpicking +5. Do we have anything we can repair over here? Weapons. Chinese officer swords. Combat shotgun. Flamers. Laser pistols. Miniguns. Missile launchers. I'm gonna hold on to probably more mini launchers than I need to. Super sledge. Alright. Sell that one. Sell that one. Sell all of these. Keep this. Sell that. Keep that one. Sell that. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that. At some point I should start collecting hunting rifles. Probably should sell the super sledge. I mean, sell the sledgehammer and keep the super sledge. And then this. And just get rid of everything here. Except for that. Put all of our cokes in here. Take them all out. Got a lot of that. Let's remove all of our rads. Let's sleep. It's 9 a.m. Can we sleep for 4 hours and get well rested? Yep, 4 hours is now the new minimum. It may be literally just 1 hour. Like, you may have everything to do with sleeping in your own bed and very little to do with anything else.
Welcome home, madam.
And then put our aid items. Ant meat. Coca-Colas. Stealth boys. We don't need to hold on to stealth boys at this point. We may even start to pull some of those caps out of the shopkeeper's pocket. Although we're at a balance now where it kind of doesn't matter. Like, there are 3 more themes we can buy. After that, I could just be donating things for karma to churches, or I could just sit on the caps. If we don't need caps, we still have to kind of search for ammunition unless we can
Don't mind the smoke. It's
find
perfectly
some
safe
way
to
around
breathe.
that.
Really?
Let's see.
Okay. Some people, you can.
We'll now go with the science theme.
You're the intellectual type, eh? Remember,
You'd
once
almost
you buy a
think
theme,
that these
you can't
themes
sell it
would
back to me, although
be.
You could always purchase a new one. Well then, let's make a
You'd think
deal.
they'd give you some kind of perk or bump, but they don't. Let's see. Still need tons of bobby pins. Let's see. I'm wearing combat armor. If I was to buy more combat armor at this point, I don't think I could do anything with this. Yeah, and that Chinese pistol, even at a high repair level, still isn't really doing any damage. Okay. I don't think I have a dog bowl. Do I need to buy a dog bowl? And I still can't get the bullets I need.
Good hunting. Remember, I'll buy whatever you're selling.
Okay. And how are we now on a wait? Yep. I think we're probably good on bullets too. But there's no step 2 here. Not that I can think of. I don't think there's a scenario where if we stopped searching things, everything would then end up on the next thing we searched. Which ideally in RPG games, that would be a wonderful system. If you said, well, I missed this guy, so once I leave this area, everything just gets compiled into one character, the next person you look at. Really. Nikola Tesla and you, so it is worth doing this. Motorcycle handle. Medics. Stim packs. Yeah, of all the choices, I would say take the science layout. That one seems to give you the biggest reward. Although maybe these themes would be different if I cleaned out the shelves first and just removed everything from the environment so new things could spawn. Radix, Radaway, Mintets. buff out. Yeah, I think you pretty much make your money back. There's nothing new you can say to him. So the dog bowl does not seem to interact with anything. And I'm really starting to wonder if there is even another house, or if it isn't 100% this is the only house you ever get. Well, I got my way to 57, which I think is about as good as we're gonna get. I don't know what we're holding on to that has such a large weight. Nothing. And maybe if we do start running out of ideas of what to do, otherwise we will just get that skill that gives us more. So medicine is the one that we can go ahead and just pop to 100. Which won't really help us that much. Like, it means we'll have more stim packs where we can sell stim packs for caps if people have caps. We have nothing to buy with caps, though, because nobody has the bullets necessary to buy. Let's see. Museum of Technology versus Museum of History. So, have I already been in the Museum of History? When did I go there? Did I walk into the Museum of History and walk out? Definitely feels like the mall here is designed to be a no man's land that you're going to cross a lot. Let's make a safety save. Anyways, we've been going 3 hours and 30 minutes. Very inconsistent recording episodes here. Episode lengths. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.